Yes, respected friends, Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayam, third Utpatthi Prakaranam, 14th Sarga, Brahma Pratipadanam. Everything is Brahman. Let us establish in the Siddhanta Jnana of this. Let us establish in the sadhana abhyasa of this. Let us establish in the anubhuti of this. Then we are mukta from all the ignorance and delusion, ajnana and moha and samsara. Whenever such technical words are used, what they mean in our life as misery and happiness, bondage and misery, bondage and liberation, quickly we should be able to grasp, relate to it. A great guidance here by Vaashishtha ji. May this happen to us. May this tough nut of Vedantic jnana gets cracked and we are able to digest it. Till it happens, let us pursue this. Pursue our daily swadharma. Pursue this Atma Tattva Vicharana. What helps for this is the Guru Daiva Upasana. Other than these three, let no fourth thing take possession of our life or mind. He is called sadhaka. Sadhaka does his swadharma outside. Sadhaka is in his worship of the Lord and Guru for invoking their kripa for the energizing, equipping, empowering. Sadhaka, with that equipment, energies, power, he only does one thing of these three. A. Establishing in Siddhanta Jnana that everything is Brahma. B. Sadhana of that. Three is Anubhuti. For us to get convinced about this, every day our Shravana. Right? We have seen up to verse number 66, 67. 20 more are there. Today, tomorrow, he'll see that. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubhi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharya. Om Sri Rama Rama Rameti. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam. Om Parabrahmane Shruti Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharya Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha Sri Vasishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki Vedavyasa Vamadeva Narada Adi Sri Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana Adi शास्त्राणाम आचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री वशिष्ठ राम संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मुक्त्यर्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ओम तस्मै श्री गुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। ओम विश्वामित्रमुनिम् अहं तस्मै वाल्मीकिये श्री गुरुतम गुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। ओम ओम विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्। ओम तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतम गुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। ओम पूर्णानंद स्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहभङ्गे निमग्नम् आवेश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यस्संवादेन शास्त्रामृत जलधिममुं रामचंद्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यासादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम ब्रह्म प्रतिपादनम नाम चतुर्दश सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच। Let us try to tune to what Shri Vasishtha ji says. So, yesterday we saw these most profound to be contemplated shlokas. I am starting from 64, even though we have done 66. In the 64th, Vasishtha ji guides Rama that Swayam Vichitram Spurati Chidandakam Anahmatam Swayam Vilakshana Spandam Chidvayurandajatmakaha. See? Swayam Vichitram Spurati Chidandakam Anahatam. It is Chit. Chit Spurana. Chit Spurana without any ahatam, without any external cause, without any external bang. The Spurana of the Chit. That Chit Spurana only is the entire Brahmanda. Be careful about this. Chit, the Spurana of the Chit is this Brahmanda. That Spurana is Anahata. There is no external or external any cause. It is the Shakti of Paramatma, which has been already told in the earlier few mantras. Then Swayam Vilakshana Spandam Chidvayuhu Andajatmakaha. So entire Brahmanda has that life. That life is the prana, and that prana is the spandana. That spandana is giving the prana to the entire Brahmanda, which is Purita. And this Vayu Spandana also Swayam Vilakshana Spandam. It is the Spandana again in that Paramatma Tattva. Spurana is Brahmanda. Then what do you call Spandana in it is the Chidvayuhu. The Chid only in the rope of Prana in this entire Brahmanda. Isn't it? This Brahmanda is not dead. There is Prana. The Prana is there in Brahmadeva up to a small ant, because of which all they have become Prani, living beings. That is nothing but Chit Spandana only. So Chit Spurana Brahmanda, in that except the Prana, everything you add. And the Prana also Chit Spandana only. Two things are done. Third one, Swayam Vichitra Kachanam Chidvarina Nikhatagam. So, Chit, pure consciousness alone is expressing as the Vari, the water, It is not dug from anywhere else. A Paramatma Tattva only is appearing as this Jala Tattva. So Brahmanda, Pranavayu, and Jala, three are spoken. All of that is the Chit Paramatma's expression only. How the Chit Paramatma is expressing as them? By this Ananta Maya Shaktiya Paramatma. While expressing like that, has Paramatma changed from his Sataswarupa, Chitswarupa, Ananta Swarupa? No. So without changing in his Satchit Ananda Swarupa, the cause of Paramatma, the causeness of Paramatma, is called as Vivarta Karanatva. In that Vivarta Karanatva, the Karana remains as it is, and that the Karya is seen with all their distinctions, seen but not created, appearing but not created, manifesting but not created, projected but not created, seen again but not real, seen as separate but never have separate existence. And on the gold, the ornaments are created or projected. See, they are not created, it's only projected. Are they real or appearance? Appearance, not real. Are they anytime independent? Those ornaments? No, they can never be independent of the gold. Think about it. In the same way, the Sarva Vyapaka Brahman, the Chit Swarupa Brahman. If the Chit, in brackets Sat also, both are one only, is taken away from any micro part or macro, they don't exist. Or take away the Chit, Sat, macro or micro, both of them no existence. And this is what I have to catch. Here, standing a rock solid mountain from 10,000 years or from the beginning of Srishti. The next to that mountain only, the continuous flowing waters in that river. So, एक जगह स्थिर अचंचल निश्चल mountain. There, the nitya chala, nitya chanchala, the jala. But is that mountain existing or not? Yeah. Is that river existing or not? Yeah. The water in the river existing or not? Yeah. Is that flow of the water existing or not? Yeah. So both of them have the existence in them. What is the thing which we have to catch is on the pure existence, it is Maya Shakti of Paramatma projecting the rock solid mountain and continuous flowing liquid, the water. This catching is called as Vedanta. Okay? Both of them are appearances on that Paramatma Tattva. And those appearances are seen by me in my chitta, given as reality, then beautification, whatnot. So, when we quieten our chitta of all these Rupa Nama, remember, funniest thing is, the chitta itself will discover, first of all, itself to be that chit. That we have to realize. That chit alone, everything. So Sarvam Chitswarupam, that Chitswarupam Ahameva. Or Aham Chitswarupa Ahameva Sarvam. Or Mai Chitswarupe Brahmani Sarvam Kalpitam. Sarvam Mithya Bhutam. This is Siddhanta Jnana. That needs to be done, the practice. The practice called Nididhyasana. In that Nididhyasana, in many ways it can be done. Wherein we try to reject the projected Rupanama, we try to visualize the substratum. Substratum being not object, you understand? The objectivity goes away, it is experienced as subject. Now, these few things will take some more time for us to digest. Then, with little intellectual knowledge established, when we start doing everyday morning, evening, afternoon, in few lives, that habit of trying to visualize substratum develops. In that habit only, one day it prevails. This is how people By Shravana, they get data about the Brahma Tattva. By Manana and Chintana, they become convinced about its presence and it being the substratum, and everything else is projected on it. On the Nididhyasana, they reject the projected, then they realize the substratum. समझ गए ना? श्रवणम, मननम, चिंतनम, निधिध्यासनम, अनुभूति, then nishtha in the anubhuti. As we said yesterday, such a beautiful explanation. It was our example. What is the outlook of the water towards all the rivers, oceans, lakes, wells, etc., or in a river toward the waves, ripples, bubbles, etc.? What is the look, vision of the jala when it sees all of them? Anna, think about it. Either it sees that I alone am there, they are not there, or every one of them are me only. Catch this point. You are Vedanti. So to gold example, how it looks at all ornaments. Either they don't exist or they are nothing or never other than me. I alone am. All of them. Sarvamhi etat Brahma, Ayamatma Brahma. Think about it. Right now what's happening? On that one substratum, here the drashta, there the drishya projected, taken as real. Then this drashta is lost in drishya with his raga dvesha ityadi to that drishya. This is moha, this is delusion. Like on the waking mind, the dream is projected, in which dream drishya, dream drashta. Now this dream drashta is lost in his dream drishya as real with the raga dvesha adi. Raga, desha, kama, krodha, karma, karma, phala, all of them. Isn't it? This is all. Next one is Swayam Vichitra Dhatutvam Shreshthangamapi Nirmitam. The pure Paramatma only is the Vichitra Dhatus with which Angams are nirmita. Okay. And the Angams are from the Kanishta up to the Jeshta or from the Nikrishta up to the Shreshta. The Shreshta Angas are the Brahma Deva Sharira, the Brahma Loka Vasins Sharira, or Swargaloka Devata, their Sargaloka staying people. They are called as Shreshta Anga. The Manusha, Pashu, Pakshi, etc. are Nikrishta or Kanishta Anga. So the Kanishta Angas here or Jeshta Shreshta Angas there. All of them are made up of the Sapta Dhatus. मज्जास्तिमेद पलरक्त चर्म त्वगाह्वयैः धातुभिः एभिः अन्वितम्. In the spiritual language, the sharira is made up of the sapta dhatus. Majja, bone marrow, asti, bone, meda, the fat, pala, then rakta, charma, tvak. So the outer skin, the inner skin, the bloods, the muscles, the bones, the bone marrow, and the one more, fat, etc. These are the saptadhatus made up, or all the shariras. उसमें कोई श्रेष्ठ अंग होगा, कोई अश्रेष्ठ होगा. All of that dhatutva is of Paramatma only because minus Paramatma, those dhatus don't exist. Then without those dhatus, those angas do not exist, whether they are Jeshta or Kanishta or Shreshta or Nikrishta. In this way, we have to strengthen our vision, drishti, of substratum in everything. We have to give power to the knowledge of presence of substratum, then to the Rupanama, to the variety of whatever the things that we see. This is called Samsari Vedanti mein farak kya hai? Samsari in Paramatma, he projects and values only the Rupanama. And what is sadhaka? He says in the entire Rupanama while going through the minimum required vyavahara, that Paramatma only. Samsari sees spots in the mud. The sadhaka, while using the pot, sees the substratum, the mud. The Siddha Purusha realizes the mud as his own self, still plays the play of the pots. In number of times we have to listen this till it clicks into our heart and we become serious, sincere, genuine to discover and identify with that substrate. For us now, information also is not required in that mood we are. From that mood, information, knowledge, conviction, practice, and anubhuti that everything is Brahman and that Brahman I am is the only thing I seek. That's the most urgently required thing in the experience of that alone. There is liberation from all projected Rupanama and the differences in them. That's how the spiritual journey. And now you and I am as a speaker interested about truth. You are the listener interested about truth. From that speaker listener level to the understander, from the understander level to the practitioner, from the practitioner level to Anubhuta. And only in Anubhuti moksha comes, remember. Before the Anubhuti, how much ever Siddhanta Jnana we have, it won't help us in getting freed from this projected world. Like only when the Sakshat Darshana of the Rajju as Rajju, that it eliminates the Sarpa Bhranti and Sarpa Bhaya and Sarpa Dukkha and Sarpa Samsara. Bhranti, Bhaya, Dukkha, Samsara. Bhrantyodita Maha Sarpa Bhaya Dukkha Vinashini is the Rajju Jnanam. The knowledge of rope eliminates the delusion of the snake along with the fear and misery caused by the snake. And it's only the knowledge of the rope, no other way. So too, the Anubhuti of Brahman alone dissolves the delusion that the world is real. Therefore, I can have raga dvesha towards it and then suffer in them. All the delusion goes. किस सर्प का विष से मैं डरूं जो है ही नहीं जब रज्जु का ज्ञान हो गया प्रत्यक्ष अपरोक्ष ज्ञान करेक्ट नेक्स्ट स्वविचित्र रसोल्लासा चिज्योत्स्ना सततोदिता सी to the jivas in the earth for them to survive. All the food is required. In that food, the rasa is required. That rasa ullasa comes to them from Jyotsna. The Jyotsna is of Chandrama. So in the form of Chandrama and in the form of Chandrama's Chit Jyotsna. In the form of Chandrama's Chit Jyotsna, which is giving rasata to all the oshadis which we take. In that Rupa, Paramatma alone is there. You know? Like in Gita 15th chapter, this is said, no? Yad aditya kadam tejaha, yad chandramasi, yad chagnau, tat tejo vidhi mamakam. Yad aditya kadam tejaha, jagad bhasete kidam, yad chandramasi, yad chagnau, tat tejo vidhi mamakam. 15th chapter. In another place, he says, I alone become the rasa in the oshadis through the chandrama. रसोहम अप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः. So, what the Ajnani is seeing, what we, the Jnani, is seeing is same. But what they understand is the Maya projected outer things are real. We are seeing the substratum as real. And the substratum remains as it is. All these things with all their enchanting appearances, they are projected only, not real. Therefore, not worthy of valuing. See the gold in a movie, golden ornaments. But don't look at them as real that you value them and you try to grab them. They can't be grabbed because they are projected. In your effort of grabbing it, you won't get it. Therefore, we get disappointed. Remember, nobody in the universe can be happy in the world because the world is mithya. How can the mithya give sukha, ananda? Then people are getting happiness in money, in the Vishya Bhoga, etc. No, that happiness is reflected in their own antakarana. And the happiness that is reflected in antakarana is Atma Ananda only. And spiritual, scientifically, the thing is, when the situations are conducive outside, because of the punya karma done, that conduciveness of the situation brings the mind, our own, to a specific calm and quiet state. In that calm and quiet state of the inner mind, the inner Atmananda only reflected, which we take as the Sukha and which we imagine that that Sukha is coming from the outer world, which is a notion. We are in such a notion and it has become natural, habitual to us. Think about it because unless we think, we cannot understand. Think about it if the happiness is in that object should give happiness to everyone in all situations. But is there anything in the world which gives happiness to everyone? So, too, the same thing should give happiness to the same person all the time. Is it giving? No object gives happiness to any person all the time. Third is that whenever objects are there, then only I am happy. How many times we demanded tea as if without that I cannot happy and got it and became happy having consumed tea. And how many times we said when the tea is offered, no, I don't want, I am happy. Didn't we reject? That's so. See, this is what is thinking. And the biggest beautiful example which Lord gives us every day is that we reject everything of the Jagrat, we reject everything of the Swapna, and we enter into a state of absence of these two by our own choice. And lo, what a joy in that state, called as Nidra. From where the Ananda is coming from, Nidra? From your parents, from your wife, from your husband, from your children, from your position in the world, from your education? Is it from your bank balance? Is it from your objects of the Shabda Sparsha? कहाँ से आ रहा है बताओ आनंद? In Nidra. One thing is sure, in Nidra there is bliss. That's why we all seek it. What is sure? Everybody मजा आ रहा है आज नींद आ गया जबरदस्त और उस आनंद में नो जगत है ना is that I am happy in the sleep because I am Miss Universe or Mr. Universe body है ना is I am happy in the in the nidra is it because I am highly educated I am very talented I am a some qualified person these are all intellectual abilities क्या इनके कारण आनंद आ रहा है क्या निद्रा में ये सब तो थे ही नहीं in that nidra isn't it as much in nidra it is an atmananda so much in jagrat swapna also it is atmananda ठीक है in nidra the ananda is reflected in the avidya vritti in jagra swapna the ananda reflected in the calm and quiet mind and unfortunately in our ignorance and delusion we think the outer circumstances situations can give me that calmness and quietness in which the ananda is experienced and that's why we keep on trying and whenever it matches what I wanted exactly the thing is outside then the mind is calm there I feel happy and all the time it doesn't happen what I want in the world therefore pursuit of happiness is continuous common to all but becoming happy is very less being miserable is all the time there this is called samsara think think again and again, and slowly digest this wisdom. Take your time. If you want quickly to get liberated, then enhance your speed of these inquiries. If you are relaxed, then relaxedly only do. 20-30 जन्म में बात समझ में आए नहीं मुझे इसी जन्म में करना है then keep all nonsense away, take up the shastras, inquire all these things, and affirm all of them, confirm all of them on the seat of meditation. Okay, all this discussion is from where? That Chit alone is expressing a Jyotsna, which is giving rasa. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Okay, so Vichitra rasa ullasa Chit Jyotsna satata udita. Then Swayam Chideva Prakataha Chidaloko Mahatmakaha. Swayam Chideva Prakataha. It is Chid only is expressing as what? Mahatma. Who is that Mahatma here? Surya Bhagavan. And that Chid Alokaha, that Chaitanya Paramatma's Aloka. Alone is Aloka, the light, brightness, brilliance of that Surya Bhagavan. So Chandra Kirana Rasatva, Jyotsna through Jyotsna the Rasa, Surya and Surya Aloka. Both of them are the Chit Paramatma only. Right? Where the Sat and Chit not there in Surya and Chandrama? Everywhere it is there. If everywhere Sat and Chit is there, where is the position of Surya and Chandra? Naam ke vaste. Surya Chandra's Prakasha, Ahlada, heat, all of them are in that consciousness only. Because minus consciousness, the heat doesn't exist. Or minus that Sadvastu Paramatma, the heat of the sun doesn't exist. The cooling effect of the moon doesn't exist. But how come in so many varieties way, the one Chit alone is expressing? Yeah, Chit is not changing. The Maya basing on that Chit Paramatma projecting all this. Basing on the wood, the carpenter is projecting the chair on that. The carpenter cannot project the chair without the substratum material, wood or plastic or whatever it is, steel, isn't it? But in the chair or in the wood, there is no chair. Chair is in your projection. So, to in the Maya projection, the whole Rupanama Jagat with all its capacities, with all its abilities. But the Rupanama and all its Lakshanas, Gunas, Shaktis, all of them are in the existence projected, in the Chetanatma project. Dekho, if this knowledge is strengthened, and we develop that drishti, thereafter, where the people say that where is Paramatma, where is Paramatma, we will say, where is not Paramatma? There is everything other than Paramatma, the Ajnani says. There is nothing other than Paramatma, the Jnani says. That's it. There is everything other than Paramatma is an Ajnana Drishti. There is nothing other than Paramatma is Jnana Drishti. And the next step is most important. That Paramatma without nothing exists is me. Therefore, I am everything is me. Therefore, there is nothing other than me for me. To attach with raga, to have aversion with dvesha. Or any such manasika vrittis, kama, krodha, lobha, moha. All of them are the sankalpas, vrittis in the mind, born out of the acceptance of the world to be other than me and I am other than the world. So this me and the world both are projected on one Paramatma. When that is realized, everything is me, therefore no askara, no chance for, no possibility for raga, dvesha, kama, krodha. Free from samsara. There will be prema, there is vyavahara. Like towards my body. I have prema, I have vyavahara. I take care of it when it is diseased, when it has got a wound, etc. But I don't have raga to the body because it is me. I don't have dvesha to the body because it is me. I have raga dvesha to other bodies because they are not me or other objects. More thinking. So Chid alone as Jyotsna and Mahatmakaha Surya and his Prakasha also is Chit only. Next, most important. Swayam astangate vahye swajnanat udita chitihi swayam jadeshu jadyena padam saushuptamagata. What a beautiful sloka. Swayam astam gate bahye. When the entire bahya means the nama rupa which are other than me, when all of them get set, astangata, astamit when ho jate, mean disappear. When swajnanat, when we realize our own self. What is that my own self? Chiti. Means I realize the adhisthana chit, I realize the adhisthana chit as me. From this, that drushti, there is nothing other than me as bahya. Anna? I realize Adhisthana Chit. I realize this Adhisthana Chit or Sat as me. That Chit or Sat as Adhisthana, which is me, is Adhisthana of everything. Therefore, how can there be anything called Bahya other than me? So, Swayam Astam Gate Bahye. When the sense of otherness gone. Because Swajnanat Udita Chitihi. Because the Atma Jnana arisen and that Atma Jnana is arisen in such a way that the substratum of everything is Chit and that is me only. Then what will happen? Swayam Jadeshu Jadyena Padam Saushuptam Agata. Then all these concepts of something other than me, I am Chaitanya, something other than me, the Chaitanya is Jada, all that Jada is because of not realizing the Chidatma, Chaitanya Atma projected. When the Chid Atma is realized, all the Jadata means the objectiveness, means sense of otherness, means something other than me, Samshuktamagata, that all gets into oblivion or dissolves, goes into sleep, permanent sleep. सो जड़ता का सुषुप्ति हो जाता है मतलब कोई जड़ नहीं रहता. And what is jada? That which is other than me. What is why that other than me is jada? Because I am Chaitanya. And anything other than Chaitanya is jada. Actually, when that Chaitanya Atma is realized, everything is that alone. Therefore, the concept of Jadata goes, means the concept of objectivity goes, means there is something other than me. That idea goes. Then everything is I, that is conscious self. Therefore, there is no mind is Maya, any more capacity to project any of the Raga Dvesha. Raga Dvesha is projected by the mind so long as where there is no knowledge of the substratum as self. Like when the rope is seen as rope, mind has no capacity to project the snake there. When the rope, the substratum is not known, then only the mind projects the snake. When the Shuktika, the shell is realized, substratum, mind cannot project the silver in it. As long as the Shuktika is not realized, reality, substratum, on that, so long only the mind can project the never existing Rajata with its glitterings, with its value. The other I told you, no, अरे यार 1,60,000 हो गया 70,000 हो गया भाव सिल्वर का 1 किलो. थैंक गॉड यहाँ मुझे शेल मिला, सॉरी सिल्वर मिला. I'll sell it, I get money. In that uha or alochana or thought only we are. Then in a proper light, when you open and see, once it's red Suktika, first Rajata, second Rajata's glittering, third its value and its utility. All of them go away, which were only concepts in the mind. And it is Shuktika that is not known. It is called ignorance. Therefore, it is Rajatam. It is a projection. And that is glittering. That is its Lakshana of the Rajatam. Rajatam itself is projected. Its Lakshana of glittering also projected. Like a hero is projected in a cinema, all his abilities, dialogues, quality, all are projected. Then it's 1,60,000 kilo hai a silver, which is glittering now, which is now held by me in my hand, which I found in this seashore. So when then that value of this silver also projected in my mind. At that time it doesn't appear as projection. हाँ? आपको ऐसा रियली लगता है. अब इमेजिन भी करते हो कि इट इज वजनदार है, कम से कम 200 ग्राम तो होगा. सो 1,60,000 में 5 इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच, 1/5 ऑफ इट. So the 30 or 35, these many thousands, I will get money when I sell it. All that is going on. In the right prakash or light, when it is seen and realized that it is only the shell, है ना, that 35,000 भी चले गए, 1,60,000 सिल्वर का दाम, उस कॉन्सेप्ट भी चला गया. It is shining, it is these many grams, it is silver only. All those concepts go. So too, that's what we are seeing in last 2 3 shlokas. The Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, and the Karakas of them, the Tanmatras, and the Prakash of Surya, the Rasatva of the Chandra, all of them are projected only on Brahma. They may be there in Vyavahara. Okay? For a Brahma Jnana, even Vyavahara is not required. I mean Brahmanubhuti. If at all he comes to Vyavahara, he won't leave the Brahmatva. Therefore, the Vyavahara remains as Vyavahara only, it doesn't become samsara. What is the difference between Vyavahara and samsara? Reality forgotten, some utility is superimposed, then the Vyavahara becomes samsara. Reality kept intact, only what is transactionally to be done without any value projected is called Vyavahara, no samsara. Now, these are all the beautiful consequences of Brahma Jnanam. Vaashishtha ji is teaching Rama that. Next, this is understood. Swayam astangate bahye swajnanat udita chitihi. When the substratum of everything as the conscious self, consciousness, and that consciousness is me, when it is realized, everything which is to other than me so far imagined, that bahya, the sense of otherness, goes away. When it goes away, jadeshu jadyena padam saushuptam agata, means the thing is other than me and it is jada. All that concepts go away. Everything is Chaitanya Atma, it's me. No more samsara possible there. Running behind mirage water is samsara. That we do because we took the water to be real. When it is understood that it is only the reflection of sunlight in that silicon dioxide or silica, whatever, know that it is not a water. Do we run? That running samsara goes away. That running in us is the kamana, then the karma, then waiting for the karma phala, then indulging in the karma phala through padi. All of that is samsara. Like when you run for the mirage water, thirst grows only. So too, when we run in this samsara, the desires grow only. And with the thirst grown, we dry. With the desires grown, not the happiness gained, we die one day. What a beautiful thinking it is. Hey Bhagavan, all this Siddhanta Jnana, Spashta Rupena be understood, accepted by us, and keeping away the Rupa Namatmaka Jagat and all the Raga Dvesha towards them for the time being, keeping away, let us realize the substrate. Thereafter, once the substrate realized, Brahman alone is there, then for the sake of kept away Raga Dvesha, they all go away. Because how can I have any of this Manoraga Dvesha when there is nothing other than me, the substrate? See, Adhisthana Drishtya Sarvam Eka Adhisthana Brahma Eva. And that is me. In this Adhisthana Brahma Ekatva Aham Asmi Drishti only, the samsara goes away, the struggles goes away, the limitations go away, the karma phala janma marana, all this nautanki goes away. नहीं है तो then suffer, झेलो, तुम्हारा choice. Next beautiful slokas, these 4 5 of them. कि स्वयं स्पंदितया स्पंदी चित्वात् चिति महानवः. है ना? चित्वात्. Again, the what first said is said again toward the end. Chitvat, from that pure conscious self, Swayam Spanditaya, because of its spandana, Mahanavaha, the Chittakasha, Bhutakasha, both are expressed. And the Chittakasha, Bhutakasha, spandana subsequently are. In the Chittakasha, the Chidvrittis, in the Bhutakasha, the Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi, and their pure mutual combinations in the form of this scene, entire world of Rupana. देखो भाई, ये पूरा जगत जितना भी रूप नाम में आपको दिख रहा है, सारे बेसिकली पंचमहाभूति. Those Panchamabhutas are basically Tanmatras. In that, the last second four have come from the first. And that first is the Akasha. That is nothing but the Spandana in the pure Chaitanya Paramatma because of his Maya Shakti. These are all when we understand and with our subtlest intellect visualize on the seat of meditation. The whole world projected, taken as real so far, and we were enchanted by it, and so much of nonsense was going on. All of them dissolves in a moment in such a way that when we wake up from the dream, the entire dream drama, how it gets dissolved. When you wake up, the dream drama can be anything. You are lost in a heavy traffic jam, or you are trying to come out of that Kumbh Mela, or from the cricket stadium of the match is over, or from the theater, or from that big marriage where 10,000 people attended. You struggled so much to get your food, what you wanted. Somehow you got it. You wanted the ice cream also. You had that also. Yet somehow without giving that gift to that fellow जिसकी शादी हुई वो देख भी रहा है, यार खाना तो खाया, गिफ्ट तो दे दे. तो कह रहे तो फिर से करेगा ना शादी, तब मैं दूंगा. You are running away. How that when you wake up, just to go sir. Isn't it? Whatever it is. है ना? A huge floods have happened, or cyclone has happened, or landslides have happened, or plane crash have happened, or a positive celebrations. Anything. है ना? You are a politician, then you got the landslide majority that you have slided all the opposition, and all the seats have come to you, and you are selected as Mukhyamantri. ऐसा स्वप्न आया होगा. Or you won the World Cup, Cricket Cup, whatever, and the cup is in your hands. The dream, and you look at the cup, it is empty, and you shouted, "Chai kidhar hai?" All that. You, how it just gets dissolved. कभी सोचा हमने कि सारा स्वप्न जब जागृत होते हैं, how it gets withered away. In the knowledge of higher reality called as waking, the lower reality or projected dream. As it dissolves, so too, in the knowledge of the highest reality, the Brahman, the entire Jagrat Jagat, with its Ananta Koti happenings, just dissolve. Wow! And what is the solution for the dream and dream problem? Is there anything other than waking up? So, what is the solution for this? Wake up to reality. Don't try for any other solution because it doesn't exist. Continue suffering. Oh, Swami, I don't want to suffer, I want to come down. Wake up to reality. Now, without waking up to reality, I want to continue, remove suffering. No. Your suffering can change, it will not go. है ना? In the relative world, in the projected world, the suffering continues because it is endowed with all limitations, losses, gains, choices. अब बाबा, अब क्या बताएं? Now see the beautiful mantras, very enchanting, very touching. यहाँ से लेकर 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 around 8 or 9 mantras. We'll just browse through only. Much explanation we will not give because just enumeration is enough. You will catch. You have become intelligent. You think or not? Even I think. So he says, Swayam spanditaya spandi chitvat chiti mahanavaha. That Mahanama of the Chitta, Chittakasha. The Mahanama of the Bhuta, Bhutakasha. Chittakasha mein the Chitta Jagat of Rupanama. Bhutakasha mein the Bhuta Jagat of Rupanama. All of them Swayam Spanditaya Spandi. In pure consciousness, Spandana, all of them are. And it's Spandana only, all the modifications that are happening in it. Then the next one you see, Chit Prakasha Prakasho Hi Jagad Asti Cha Nasti Cha. So from here onwards, Jagad Asti and Jagad Nasti. Okay? If at all Jagad Asti, it is Chit Prakasha Prakashaha. And the pure consciousness in its spandana, only is Jagata. Other than that, independently, Jagat named is not there. This is main thing. All the remaining things are examples only. So, Chit Prakasha Prakasha Asti Jagat. Nasti cha. Ana? The ornament is nothing but the gold. Else, there is no ornament. Ornament is nothing but the gold. Else, the ornament cannot exist itself. So too, the entire Jagat with its millions of multitudes are nothing but Chit Prakasha Prakasha only. The pure consciousness only. What is not consciousness बताओ इस जगत दृष्टि नहीं है इसलिए हमको कॉन्शियसनेस के अलावा सब कुछ दिख रहा है. Only one principle of Vedanta stands out. What is it? Drishtim Jnanamayam Kritva Pashet Brahmamayam Jagat. Where are waves other than water? Where are ornaments other than gold? Where are pots other than the mud? Where are the utensils other than the steel? Where are clothes other than the cotton? Understood? So many examples. So too, where is the entire Jagat other than that pure consciousness? Cotton, woven, and made into thread and made to appear as cloth are cloth. Yet cottonness is not lost. So too with Maya on the pure Paramatma, the Kalpana, the secondary third level of Kalpanas are the entire Jagat of all its Rangarupa, Guna, Lakshana. Remember, the tasting tongue, the taste buds on the tongue, the sweet and the sweetness of the sweet. All the four are one Paramatma Tattva only, with Maya projected and mesmerizing us so much that we differentiate. That I am having a tongue, it has a taste buds, the buds can taste, and that's a sweet, and it has sweetness. And when that sweetness lands on this tongue, there is a sweet experience, and I love it. That's why you have diabetes. So much we are lost in it. Can there be that sweet and sweetness without the existence behind it? So too can the tongue and the tongue's taste buds and their tasting ability exist without the existence and consciousness in it? तो द माया देखो इतना महान कि उस प्योर शुद्ध सच्चित परमात्मा में हियर द एक्सपीरियंसिंग टंग देयर द एक्सपीरियंस्ड स्वीट ऑब्जेक्ट both are projected so much that projection done powerfully that we took it as real for so many lives that in this life when the guru comes and tells बेटा ये सत्य नहीं है ये अधिष्ठान ब्रह्म पे कल्पित है we are laughing at him है ना We laugh at him and say that महाराज आप क्या कह रहे हो मैं आपको भी मिठाई देता हूँ आप भी मुंह में डाल के देखो मिठास दे रहा है कि नहीं वो we try, he says यार these are all kalpita in the dream also there was a sweet there was a tongue it was put in the mouth and it gave such a sweet experience then the host asked do you want one more we said give all तीन चार डब्बा सब मैं घर ले जाऊंगा खा के खाकर बाकी ले जाऊंगा didn't we say all of that in the dream? But to a dreamer, if somebody comes and tells this sweet, this tongue, the offering owner, and you, both of all of them are projected on waking mind. If you say, "Oh, hasega ho," the dreamer, if some guru comes and tells, But when a dreamer wakes up, he will laugh at his earlier ignorance. That where was that host to whose house I went? Where is the sweet which he has offered me? Where is the tongue which tasted it and the eyes which have become आश्चर्यचकित? इतना बढ़िया मिठाई आपने बनाया, and that appreciation of yours, and that fellow also so happy, पूरा पैक करके आपको दे दिया, ले जाओ हम दोबारा बना लेंगे. Where are all of them when you wake up? Remember, when I wake up, that time dream is not unreal. Dream is unreal at the time of dream only, but taken as real because I am waker, that knowledge is not there. So too, when I realize the Brahman, then this whole Jagat will be mithya. ऐसा नहीं है. Even now this Jagat is mithya, but I am taking it as real. That goes away when I realize Brahman. To realize Brahman, keep the Jagat away. The only way the Jagat can be kept away is knowing that it is mithya. That knowing is out of all these explanations, logics and Shraddha. Accept करो ये जगत मिथ्या है, साइड पे रखो, then अधिष्ठान को जानो. After that, when you see what you accept on the faith, you will realize it out of experience. Yeah, there's nothing other than me. ब्रह्म ज्ञानी को ही जगत मिथ्या कहने का हक है, लेकिन जगत मिथ्या जो कह सकता है वही ब्रह्म ज्ञान के लिए अधिकारी है. बहुत आप sort out all these understandings in your own intellection. This is not Vedanta. Don't say मेरे को सब कठिन है. अरे you are what कठिन? The Lord is blessing you with all this opportunity. Still that stupid ego which says katina, that stupid mind which is lazy, stupid intellect doesn't want to think. अब उसको ही believe करते हो, not Guru Kripa, not Bhagavad Kripa who are teaching us this knowledge. Just shut up your mind intellect. Now you have to be my slave, become pure, become subtler, withdraw from all your nonsense of childish things which you are doing so far. Now let all of us, oh mind, oh intellect, I, let all of us sit only in inquiring this truth. ऐसा कमेंट करके अपने मन बुद्धि को इधर ही लगाते जाओ. That's what a scientist does. His mind intellect also says, let us run and embrace the word. Shut up. Let us put both of all the three of us. I the ego, you the mind, you the intellect. तीनों हम scientific experiment में बैठेंगे. A poet also says, all the three let us sit in writing the poetry on this particular theme. Then only is able to do as sports person. His mind intellect also says, चलो सो जाते हैं, सिनेमा देखते हैं. Just shut up. You just come, let's go to the court ground and play. And they are able to achieve it. But what they achieve with the controlled mind sense is again the part of the same stupid world. Therefore, with all their achievement, they are samsaris. What we are doing with our own mind intellect in spirituality, we are achieving the substance. Therefore, here there is no samsara again, permanent liberation. फर्क यही है, करना सबको उसी तरह, लेकिन क्या कर रहे हो, क्या पा रहे हो, उसमें डिफरेंस होता है. बंधन है कि मोक्ष. Every outer achiever, every inner achiever, the ways of achieving are same, but what is achieved is the outer person's outer achievements are delusory. Therefore, he will continue in samsara. The inner person's achievement is the inner substratum self. There is moksha permanent. The beautiful mantras. Chit prakasha prakasho jagad asti cha nasti cha. If the jagad asti, that is chit prakasha prakasha. The chit and chit prakasha, can they be separated? No. That is the jagat. Otherwise, independently, jagat is not there. One more we'll see today. Next one is simple one. It is chidakashaika shunyatvam jagadasti cha nasti cha. See, akasha and shunyata. Are there two things? Space and emptiness. There are only two words said. Space itself is emptiness. But we use two words to say Akash or Khalipan. So too, Chit and the Jagat are not two. So the Akasha and Shunyata, Sambandh kya hai? Only two words used, but there is one. So too, Chit Swarupa Paramatma and Jagat. Sambandh kya hai? There are no two things, only the name. नाम के वास्ते there is Jagat, otherwise Jagat is nothing but Chit Swarupa only. Without Chit, Jagat cannot be. Like Shunyata is the Swarupa Lakshana of the Akash. The Shunyata can never be without Akashata. The Akasha has to be Shunya only. So too, the Jagat has to be Chit Paramatma only. Without Jagat, Chit, Jagat cannot exist. Chit can be there without expressing as Jagat. Like this, the examples are given. The word only is giving two-ness and giving the relativity between two-ness. Otherwise, there are not two things. This we discussed exhaustively in Mandukya. Like, be attentive. The tea, chai, or sweetness of tea. There are always two. Because the sweetness of the tea is not originally of the tea. Many people have tea without sugar, also without sweetness, also diabetic. But in this way, that the tea and its sweetness are different. Can we differentiate the sugar and its sweetness? Are they two? Sugar and its sweetness. Tea and its sweetness, there are two. But sugar and its sweetness, है ना? Sabji or namkeen, namak, they are different. Some people can have sabji without namak. But the namak or uska namkeen ta, are they two things? But we use the word sugar and its sweetness. As much the sugar and sweetness are not two, that the sweetness should belong to the sugar. So too, the Jagat is nothing but Chit Paramatma. Otherwise, the sugar sweetness cannot be. Otherwise, the Jagat cannot. बोलने के वास्ते दो बढ़ाई एक ही है. These are examples. He is giving one visa. What is that? Chit alok maharupam. नहीं. चिदाकाश चिदाकाशैक शून्यत्वम जगद अस्ति च नास्ति च. So, Akasha and its sunyata, as there are not two, Chid and Jagat are not two. One thing told, next one is Chidaloka Maharupam Jagadasti cha nasti cha. Aloka is Surya. Surya and Surya Prakash. Are there two things? You can't imagine the Prakasha without Surya. Surya means Prakasha. In the same way, the entire Jagat never asti without Chaitanya Paramatma. Chit और जगत दो है ही नहीं है. इतना अविनाभाव संबंध है between them, like the Surya and Surya Prakash. This drishti we have to develop. This is jnana already given, we have to receive it. We have not taken that knowledge or we are never given it. So in the absence of jnanam, we have ajnanam only. What is ajnanam? There is nothing called as Surya, but Prakasha is real. So too, there is nothing called as Chit Paramatma, but Jagat is real. Are Chit or Sat? When Chit is said, accept Sat also. When Sat is said, understand Chit also. One is said, take both of them. And they are not two, Chit and Sat. Sat gives existence, or Chit gives illumination. So, where is the Jagat without Sat Chit anywhere? Rupa Nama given to the Sachit Paramatma alone is Jagat. Just like the Akash and Shunyata are not different, Surya and Prakashata are not different, so too the Chit and Jagat are not. Beautifully. Like that, continue. Chinmaruta Parispandaha. The wind and its spandana, are they two? So too Chidghanadvanta Krishnatvam. The night and its darkness, are they two? Chidarka Aloka Divasaha. The Surya Prakasha and the day, are they two? So Chit Kajjala Rajasthaila Paramanu. So two things are told. They are only Namke Vaste do, but they are not two. In the same way, as I told you, sugar and sweetness, the only words, they are not two. That's the ultimate vision. I don't see any Jagat other than Satchit Paramatma. That Satchit Paramatma, its own Maya Shakti, projecting the Jagatta, Jagatta, Jagatness, worldness. But the worldness is never independent of that Paramatma. Like this, these few slokas. Chidagnya Ushnyam, Agni and Ushnata, Jagal Leka, Jagat Chanka Shuklata, the Shanka and its whiteness. Then Jagat is Shaila Jataram. And yeah, the Gufa and Parvata, Chijala Dravata Jagat, the water and its fluidity. These are the examples given which we'll study tomorrow. Then Jagat Chit Ikshumadhuryam, like the sugar cane and the sweetness, is the relation between Chit and Jagat. Jagat is the Chit Ikshumadhuryam. If the Chit is Ikshu, the Madhuryam is Jagat. In this way, wonderful. Tomorrow we'll spend टाइम एटलीस्ट 15-10 मिनट टू सी ऑल दीज थिंग्स बिफोर वी प्रोसीड फर्दर. तो कल मैं सोचा खत्म हो जाएगा, हुआ तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं है तो एक और दिन. धन्यवाद. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. Silently, secretly, with a soft, tender, pure heart, because we have to realize and get moksha, and because we have respect and reverence to our Shruti Mata, we have Shraddha in them. Slowly, silently, secretly, accept and practice that everything is Paramatma. ना अपने अहंकार को मौका दो उछल कूदने के लिए, ना मन को मौका दो अननेसेसरी डाउट करने के लिए. हाँ, इंटेलेक्ट को मौका दो क्वेश्चन करने के लिए. दैट इज सॉर्टेड आउट इन द क्लास, इन द स्टडी ऑफ टेक्स्ट. एंड नेवर टेल दीज थिंग्स यू आर डूइंग इनसाइड योर माइंड दैट आई एम प्रैक्टिसिंग एवरीथिंग इज ब्रह्मन. डोंट टेल अदर्स. They don't want it. Therefore, they don't want you also to do. And you do the Sarvam Brahma Sadhana and you realize Brahman, then you become useless to them. Therefore, they don't want you to grow spiritually. Isn't it? होता है इवन गुरु, अरे मेरा शिष्य का आत्मज्ञान हो गया तो वो मेरा शिष्य नहीं रहेगा, वो अपना अलग दुकान खोलेगा. देवर कुछ गुरु शिष्य को पूरा ज्ञान नहीं देते. चलता है, हर शिष्य भी इंटेलिजेंट है. अब इस गुरु के पास कितने दिन बैठना है, जो पकड़ना है पकड़ लिया. गुरु महाराज भाई, गुरु के बगल में ही और एक दुकान खोल के ऑल द गुरु के डिसेबल को अपने तरफ खींच लेता है. दिख रहा है ना सारा जगत में तमाशा. So therefore, don't tell anyone. You practice within yourself. You know, that was happened the other day, not now, few years. I just asked them, Amma, I'm not seeing you nowadays in this Vivek Chora, all these classes. Oh, Swamiji, I started my own classes. I said, congratulations. Go. ठीक है. The Ishvara wants, let also happen. Isn't it? So, people in the world doesn't want you to know the truth. Therefore, don't tell anyone. अपने अंदर करो. Don't tell your wife or husband कि मैं ना सर्वम ब्रह्म साधना कर रहा हूँ. Will laugh at you. पहले ऊपर से नीचे तक देखेंगे. They laugh at you and your guru. And जैसे कुछ नहीं होता, बैठ पहले चाय बना, फिर बाद में ब्रह्म सोचेंगे. What I'm saying is, anybody given chance, then neutralize our sadhana. Keep on doing till it becomes so strong and powerful, like Prahlada. Where is your hurry? There is only Jagat, there is no hurry. The Hiranyakashipu says. The Prahlada says, where is Jagat? Papa, everything is hurry only. Both are seeing one. One seeing only हरि no जगत, the other fellow says only जगत no हरि. और बाप बेटे हैं, संबंध देखो. And see the dushmani, when the child says everything is Hari, he wants to kill the child only. That too much Nastika, that fellow. He is a father. Otherwise he loves. Therefore you cannot trust when it becomes to spirituality anyone other than Guru. There are some co-students, you can discuss, share, etc. But अंदर का साधना silently करते जाओ, सर्वम ब्रह्म, and that Brahma is I am. And all that sarvam, nama, rupa are not real, so I need not be attracted to them. I am also with this upadhi से जीवा, not real. This is also just व्यवहार में जितना चाहिए उतना ही मुझे अपने आप को अहमियत देना है, not more than that. These are all should be digested. And even in these sentences, there are a lot of fill up the blanks. I know. But everything cannot be told. There are some jumblings will be there, sentences may, but all of them are filled up in different classes. Everything cannot be said in one class. That's the mean. Everything is said, but not in one class. Like everything said, but not in one book. Many books. In Hinduism, that's the beauty. Whatever is not said in one book, other book complements. Therefore, all books together prove one Bharat. In the other fellows, only one book, and they by mistake we gave so many wrong things, but they hold on to it so strongly. और रिजिड हो जाते हैं. विचित्र है ना. हमारे में एकाध की चीज गीता में विश्वास तो उपनिषद कहता है, उपनिषद में विश्वास तो रामायण कहता है, रामायण में तो भागवत. सब मिलकर एक ही तत्व कहते हैं। तत्व एक ही है, कहने की पद्धतियां और लॉजिक्स, क्वेश्चन आंसर्स, दैट्स इट। कंटिन्यू टुमारो। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। सो फ्रॉम योग वासिष्ठ हम अभी योग तारावली में प्रवेश करते हैं। आइए।